All right, welcome back, guys. Another ride on the Stark. So I've been riding around and I haven't been recording because I don't want my videos to just be super boring. But at the same time, really, I'm not like doing it for views or anything. I'm not even monetizing anything, and it's kind of more a lot for myself. But I just saw an alligator a couple minutes ago, so I thought, I should have the camera on just basically all the time. And of course now he moved on. Where the hell did he go? He was just over here. So I decided to throw the camera on. I'm just cruising around the neighborhood and stuff. You see, I'm wearing a tank top. I don't have my jacket on. There he is. Now, I don't know if you guys will. Oh, you probably won't be able to see this. I don't think if you can zoom in, he's up over there on the edge. You're not gonna be able to see it. You can't zoom these like action cameras, as far as I know. Maybe if you're a good YouTube guy, you could. Or I take a clip with my phone and then add it in, but I don't even know how to do any of that. That's why all my videos are just unedited, raw, and they keep getting split into 2 and sometimes 3 parts because it's 4K 60 frames a second, and apparently that uses a lot of data, so it only goes to 16 megabytes or something. It's some kind of safety thing, they said. I don't know, I googled it yesterday. So I'll buzz through this dirt road real quick, and then we'll go back on some of those trails. And this is similar to the video, it'll be similar to the video I made where I wiped out with that other tire. But now that I've got a different front tire, I want to do some of the same stuff that I did just to really get a good, comparison. But I can already tell you 100%, this front tire is so much better than the other one, and I'm really loving this combo, as you heard in probably the last video where I was kind of reviewing the tires. I don't want to do too much more tire talk because that's getting old, but it's the Motors Rouse on the back and the GPS on the front. And it seems to be a great combo for me. The Rouse is aggressive enough to push through loose sand and stuff, and the front tire tracks really nicely. So if you didn't watch, I guess it would be probably the last video, depending on when I upload this. If you didn't watch the last video, go check it out. I was running up to Home Depot to get some stuff from my wife, and I came across some really cool trails that were in the like behind the Home Depot and along the power lines there. So it was pretty cool. I mean, I was happy with it. I'm trying to stay seated because I think the view is better for you guys. You can kind of see the handlebars and stuff. But then it makes my voice really shaky, so it's a catch-22, I guess. And I don't even know now. On the really bumpy stuff, obviously, it's better if I stand, but I'm so new at all this, I don't know what I prefer, standing or sitting, when it's on, kind of something like this, just a regular dirt road. As far as like stability, because when you're sitting, if something goes a little sketchy, you put your feet out, you can kind of save yourself. But when you're standing, you can't do that. But when you're standing, you kind of can rip it and feel a little more comfortable, at least me anyway. And you can kind of control the bike with your knees a little more. So I don't know, we'll see as I get more comfortable and become a better rider, hopefully. So it might be, it's tough to see past that mail truck. It might be interesting if you guys stick around to see how a complete newbie, as far as dirt biking and stuff goes, progresses. Oh, you know what? Let's do some wheelies. So that might not look like much to you guys, but that's actually, I've come a long way with my wheelie game. I still suck, but you know, I went from barely bumping it and being scared to death. Now, I think there used to be a way into the trails over here. So I'm gonna let this car go past and see if we can't bust our ass again. Actually, there's another car coming, so let me get out of his way. Try to figure out, maybe I'll be able to see it better going that direction. See if we can get back there in the woods and get on the old slippery stuff. I wish we had like some real like motocross trails anywhere around here. I was just looking it up. I guess there's one in Orlando. That's not too far from me. Not that, you know, this is a motocross bike. Whoa. That shit is sketchy. I'm not going over that. You gotta be shitting me. So what happened is they piled, I don't know if you could see that, but the homeowners association around here in this neighborhood, they pile up a bunch of shit to try to keep people from going, keep us from going down there when we used to go a lot in our, on our four-wheelers. But it obviously doesn't work on the four-wheeler, but it does work on this. I'm not trying to slip and slide over a huge pile of loose palm fronds like that. So we'll go in back here in a different way and make our rounds through there. I was thinking actually, when I threw the helmet and the camera on, you guys might end up saving my life one day, or this stupid YouTube channel, because normally, like, I'm just cruising around the neighborhood, messing around. It's a nice Saturday afternoon, and so I've got a tank top on and no gear really. But then if I'm like, oh, I want to make the video, I need the helmet to have the camera mounted on top. Why am I going so slow? You know what? There's a little path back there. Let's hit it real quick. Yeah, so I need the camera to be able to mount the, or the helmet to mount the camera. So now I'm wearing a helmet and goggles. Let's see where this trail goes real quick. So now if I bust my ass and bust my old noggin, I'll have the YouTube guys to thank for not cracking my head open. Whoa. Ooh. I don't think that goes anywhere. This just loops right back out. Yesterday I went over some logs, much bigger than that one actually. It was funny the first time, and I don't think I got the second and third time on camera because the battery ran out or whatever. But the first time I was like, oh, let me go over it, like kind of walking the bike just in case. And then the second time I drove over it kind of slow, and then the third time I was able to kind of pop the front wheel and go over it like you're supposed to. So the evolution of man on bike. And really, it's more of me trying to figure out the ground clearance on this bike. Being an SM, it doesn't have a whole lot of ground clearance, so I don't want to bust that skid plate or anything by like popping up and landing on a log real hard. So once I get more used to that and kind of figuring out what I can go over and what I can't, I might get, you know, a little more aggressive and more comfortable with stuff like that. All right, so I think I'm the only one coming back here. I came the other night on the four-wheeler, and I've been coming quite a bit on the bike actually. So I'm starting to clear the trail out a little bit, you know, from all the loose, dead sticks and palm fronds and stuff like that. So eventually this might actually become a halfway decent trail for the bike. You know, because like I said before, the big brake rotor in the front makes me a little nervous. They say, you know, you can't, with shit like this is exactly what you don't want to do with it, because all these loose sticks and stuff and rocks, and something pops up and hits that rotor, and then you bent your rotor. And as of right now, no one makes a front rotor guard for the SM. So if anybody wants to get on that and make a front rotor guard, because it's a 320 millimeter rotor as opposed to the other one's 260, I think it is. Excuse me, jeez. Ooh, God. Oh, what a mess. Jesus, what was that? There was a snake. I don't think I ran him over. I saw him haul ass. That was some really, like, it was deeper than you would think, because the grass was so high you couldn't tell. Trying to get used to also, how's that tree moving so much? Believe it or not, we've seen a lot of alligators out here over the years, riding our four-wheelers and stuff. So the lake is right over there. I'm like 50 yards or so from the lake. So you might not think it. Where's that go? Nowhere. I think I did that the other day. Let me turn this thing around. I think we may have hit a dead end. That goes back there a little bit, but I'm not trying to knock my mirrors off today anyway. Yeah, so there's, oh man. I know I'm such a wuss, or not a wuss, but like a softie. I don't want to run over the ant hill. The ants have spent all that time making that nice hill. What kind of freaking dirt bike rider worries about running over an anthill, huh? I mean, there's stuff, obviously I'm hitting all kinds of shit I can't see or can't prevent, but if I can prevent it, back up a little bit with my favorite feature you guys know, which is reverse. Ah, the trail goes that way a little bit. So I'm trying to get better at figuring out, like, when I should ride the ruts, you know, because this is obviously not a four-wheeling trail. I mean, a ATV, or Jesus, not a dirt bike trail, it's an ATV trail. So there's, for most of it, there's deep ruts. And on a dirt bike, I'm learning that if you hit those ruts, like, you know, go up the side of a rut, it can really kind of throw you off. So I'm learning that, like, when I should try to stay in the rut, and sometimes like this, cross over. Ooh, there's a big dip. I think we're gonna come up on some mud over here, and I'm really not trying to get the bike super muddy again. So let's spin her around. Let's see if we can do the, how's that work, guys? Whoa, not like that. I did it the other day, but I was on dirt. So I got too much freaking traction out here with the grass and stuff. On the dirt, I was able to do that super cool thing that all the dirt bike guys do, where you spin it around on the back tire. I really got to learn the wheelie thing they do. They pop the front wheel up and spin it around on the back tire. Now that's professional. Ooh, where's that go? Should we? No, I don't want to do that. Oh, ow, ow. See? Out here in a freaking tank top like an idiot. But at least I have my helmet on. Thanks to YouTube. Whoa. Ooh. Oh, where's that go? Oh, that's that big ass. Oh, hole. So I think I started talking about it in one of the other videos about the changes I made to the suspension on this SM. So I backed out the, ooh, mud. Oh, so much for not getting muddy. I backed the screws out of the adjustment clickers, whatever the heck you call them. 5 turns each on the, whatever it is, the fast and slow and whatever on the front and the back. And then, see, this is where I get nervous. You know why? Because if you watched my other video, going down a hill like that is where slow is where I crash. If I'm going quick now, I don't worry about it, but it was a combination of I had to stop and figure out where I was going down the hill and turning and at like a weird angle, trying to make that angle. It's just a bad combination all around. But anyway, so yeah, five clicks out is where I'm at right now. And then 2 clicks out on what they call the rebound. I don't know shit about what any of that means. Oh, but it seems to do pretty good, you know, bouncing around on all this rough stuff. I mean, it eats up the bumps, man. It handles it so well. I'm really happy with all that. And this, obviously, is not at all what this particular bike is meant for. But it's cool to be able to do it. At least for now, until I break something. Ugh. I need to come out here with the 4-wheeler and just rip around and, whoa, try to clear a bunch of this shit out. Then I don't have to worry as much about my brake rotor. See, it's shit like this where I have to get kind of off of the, what used to be a path, because of those trees fell. I don't know. I have no idea if this is the path. Eventually I'll see some wheel marks. Fucking maybe not. Oh my gosh. Alright. Ooh, ooh, ah, ooh. This is definitely not the path. Ugh. Hey, I guess I'm doing hard enduro, right? Oh boy. Jeez. Oh yeah. Warranty voided. Have to erase all my YouTube videos if I ever have a problem. Jeez. Uh-oh, turkeys. Again, fucking friendly ass dirt bike guy didn't want to disturb the turkeys. I'll go this way. See what we can find over here. Freaking nothing. Stuck like Chuck. Hopefully they'll go somewhere different in a few minutes and I can keep going that way. I wanted to go check on the eagle's nest and then find where that path goes to where I was just showing you guys where I was trying to get off of the main road there. Eventually you end up there. There's a trail back here some damn where. I know how to get to it from over there where the turkeys were, but not from here. All right, let's try our spin thing again. Man, too much fucking. Oh, I see. I'm holding the freaking front brake. I guess I'm not supposed to. Holding the front brake, it just pushed it into the ground. So there you go. See, I learned something. As soon as I let the front brake go, it did it. It spun like I wanted it to. Alright, let's ease up on the turkeys. Is this the one I just went down? I know a couple more lots up is where I usually get to the trail, but oh my gosh. Normally, like, I wouldn't care about this, but two things. I'm wearing a tank top, like an idiot, and I have this freaking camera way up on the top of my helmet, and I don't want to knock it off with some branches. All right, turkeys, you've had your chance to move on. Got to go up one more lot, guys. We'll go slow. Oh, they're running. This ain't gonna make it either. I think eventually. Oh my gosh. I guess since I don't want to disturb the turkeys, I'm gonna have to scratch myself all up and try to force my way back here. Ugh. Oh, here we go. There's an easier way to get to this damn trail. And this, of course, like I said, oh, look at that spider. Holy moly. Here, buddy. Sorry. Gotta get through, though. Ooh. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh. Ah, Jesus, did I knock the camera off? What I'm gonna do is knock it pointing up towards the sky and not realize it, and then do this whole freaking video with the camera pointing towards the sky. God almighty. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. I think this is the lot I was trying to come through to skip some of that rough stuff. My damn goggles are fogging up for the first time. They've been so good, they have not fogged up in all this riding I've been doing. Ooh, ah, ooh. Must have something to do with... Jesus. Ow. Oh my gosh. Okay, I gotta try to clear these goggles, guys. Oh, man. Alright. How the fuck? Oh my god, look at all the hitchhikers. Oh, that helped a little bit. Oh my gosh, got a zillion hitchhikers on me. If you guys aren't from the south, they are those little buds that you see on all the plants. Let's see if we can see them. I don't know if you guys can see that, but oh my gosh. They don't stick to my riding gear, the jacket and stuff. I guess the material that it is that an eagle? Those hitchhikers don't stick to it. There was a big ass tree down there, and so we're gonna have to try to sneak in this way. Getting a little too close for comfort. Ow. There we go. Yeah, I had to bypass that big ass tree right there. Oh my gosh. This used to be such a nice trail. Maybe one day we'll get it back nice again. Ooh, ow, ooh, ow. Oh, yeah. Fucking of all days to freaking come out here with a tank top on. Ow, ooh, ow. I'm like, I'm just gonna ride around the neighborhood a little bit. Stick to the pavement. Now I'm back here getting my arms.